Hey guys, it's your boy Joe back at it again, CodingPhase.com. In this video, we're going to be looking at a project that we are building for the Laravel course. Now, I want you guys to forget about that this is PHP, forget that this is Laravel, forget that this is being done here at CodingPhase.com. Pay attention to what we're doing on this project because this project can be done with any language in any framework that's out there, but we're choosing Laravel for a specific reason because it actually saves us a lot of time to add all of these features. Okay, so let's get into it. All right, guys, so in the last few videos we went over the basic concepts of Laravel, everything from MVC frameworks, right, how to work with the view, Laravel's blade templating engine, how to create migrations, right, pretty much the core concepts of Laravel. Now we're gonna go in and actually put into practice all of the things that we taught you guys by actually having a real scenario that can happen to every single one of you guys here, okay? And that is when a client comes up to you and tells you, hey, I want to build an application for my business. Can you help me out? Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing in this whole project. Now, we're going to start with this first scenario, right? Let's say you are on Upwork. Let's say you are on Fiverr. Let's say you are on, I don't know, one of those platforms that's online so you can freelance, right? Or maybe somebody that knows you, that knows that you are a developer, connects you to another business owner or somebody that's planning on creating their first business, and it happens to be a real estate agent. Okay, so let's get into it, right? They connect you to Brian the realtor. Okay, and Brian comes up to you and tells you, hey man, I have this great idea, man. I've been a realtor for multiple companies. I have about 5 years in the game. I understand the whole process, right? And now all I'm missing is the technology behind this, right? For me to be able to have my own agency. Can you help me out? And you say, yeah, sure. Whatever it is, just throw me a couple of different features and things that you might need, and we'll figure it out from there. Okay, cool. So Brian comes up to you and tells you, well, this is the things that I need, right? I need users to be able to register to my website, okay? I need them to be able to save properties and also be able to request a showing of the properties. Now, I'm also gonna need to be able to create agents that are gonna be working for me, and also too, I wanna be able to ban agents. Now, from there, the agents are going to be able to go in and list their own properties on the website. And also too, they're going to be able to see reports, you know, basic reports on the listings to see how many people are actually interested on the listings, and see maybe if they could pick up some leads, right? Or maybe to see which properties they need to focus on more. So this is where I need some reports. Okay. And you start saying, I could help you out with that. That shouldn't be so hard. So from there, you start doing research. You start looking at different websites, right? You could go to websites like Zillow.com, right? And you can see certain things that they have, right? They have like a home page, right? Then they have a section where, you know, they're going to have all of the properties, right? And it might have something like this where, you know, as you zoom in, it shows you the properties on certain areas. You go actually search by the town, right? Is it for sale? Is it for rent? What's the price, right? These are the different things that you could filter on. This is what the user sees, right? Then you also have the fact that you can sign in, right? You can register for an account. So you sort of have an idea of what a real estate website is, right? In a web application, right? Now from there, you also go in and start doing some research on some local agencies, right? Because Zillow right now is pretty much like a real estate application that is for every single agency that's out there. Okay, every single realtor agency that's out there, but you want to do research on the ones that are for a specific agency, right? Their own websites. So you go in and you land on a website like this one. This is Agile Group Realty, right? And look, they actually use, you know, PHP, which is interesting that they decided to use index.php as the homepage, right? And actually linking to this. But this is a real website, right? For an agency, right? A real realty group, right? So you start looking at what they have, right? You start looking at how they set things up. Okay, you might have some things where people can choose either multifamily, right? Now, this is a little bit more different than Zillow, if you start noticing, right? When people want to go in and see different properties, they don't really have like a map like Zillow where you can see all of the different areas, right? But you can also add that to your website if you wanted to. But guess what? This might take a little bit more work. And there's a reason why most of these agencies, they don't have that feature, right? This, you might go in and see things like this. You might see similar properties, right? So you're getting sort of an idea. Now, you go in and you do a little bit more research. Now you see this other one, which is Allure Realty LLC, which is a little bit more high scale, right? Upscale company, right? And this is how their websites look, right? There's a big difference between this and this right here. This is a website that's functional, but doesn't have that glamorous look, that high scale, right? Upscale look, right? That the people from Allure Realty are actually going for. Okay, so this is where you're going to go back to Brian and you're going to ask him, Brian, what type of website are you looking for? And Brian comes up to you and says, well, most of the properties that I have are like $1 million listings, right? So at that point, that gives you a insight look of what type of application you should start focusing on. You can look at this one for the features as an example, right? But this might be the type of website that you might want to go in and build for Brian, because, this is a more upscale, right? Higher listings. And again, shout out to the girls from Allure Realty. Beautiful website, right? And beautiful women too. Shout out to them. Okay. But yeah, they're killing it here in Tampa. Now, there's a reason why they're killing it. They have a website that's functional, right? It has all of the same things, but it's a more modern look than this, right? This is like what everybody used to have in the early 2010s, 2008s, around there. This website's old, right? You might want to be looking at a website like this as an example of what the industry is going for, okay? So again, now that you did some research, you're going to come back in and you're going to say, okay, cool. I already know what type of website we're going to build for Brian. Now let's go back in and talk to him about, the things that he's going to actually need for the website, right? And all of the different pages, and as far as the features, like what's going to be included. So in here, this is where we go into the user's view. So there's going to be a home page, okay? There's going to be a page that shows all the properties, okay? There's going to be a page that shows the information of a single property. So for example, if we click over here, you have the search, okay? You could click over here, click search, and that will give you information, like all of the different properties, or let's say like this one's like search listings, which will show you the properties like this. But then you also have the single page listing, which is this one. Okay. And this is the one that's going to have the information, like the photos of that specific property that the person clicked on. So okay, we got the show properties page, and then we got the single property page. Then from there, we're going to have a user's login page. Then from there, we're going to have a user's register page. Now, this right here, we could go in and combine both of them by actually having a feature of having like a little modal that pops up anywhere on the website, and they can log in through there. Okay, or we could go in and say, let's create a page specifically for users logging in and users registering, right? It's up to you, how you want to do it. From there, you also have users saved properties. So when a user has logged in, he should be able to have some type of home page or even an account page where they can see all of the properties that they saved. So pretty much if I go to Zillow.com, every property that I click on a heart, right, save this home, right, as you guys can see, there should be an area where they could see all of those properties that they saved. So like that could be easier for them to find them and to see if they're still available or not. Okay, now let's go back in over here. What else will we have? We also have a users showing status, right? So this should also be a section where if the user comes in and says, hey, I want to request a showing, there should be some type of page that shows them, hey, this is going to be available, or hey, this is not going to be available, or hey, we cancel the showing, whatever it might be, right? Where the person can choose like a schedule. Hey, I want to go to this property from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock on Sunday, right? That's like a request to the actual agent that's listing it. And then from there, the agent should be able to respond back and says, hey, I want this, but guess what? That day is not a good day, whatever it might be. So this should be like a simple page that shows you what's the status on your request for the showing. Now, that's the user's view. That's what we see on the front end, and that's what people are going to see as far as like, you know, the pages that are going to be searchable through SEO, or even, you know, when the user lands on, let's say, brianrealty.com, for example. Now, from there, we also have the admin views. Now, this is the views that are not seen by the regular users. For you to be able to get in here, you have to be either an agent or you have to be Brian, who's the administrator. Okay, so for this, we're going to have a separate login, right? This is going to be a separate login page that is only going to log in the users that are agents and the ones that are administrators. Okay, from there, we're also going to have a agent dashboard. What happens when they log in? There should be a dashboard for them to see. So something like this could work, where the user could log in and see, you know, how many people have actually viewed their properties, you know, how many people have actually saved their properties, right? And then from there, it might have some other sections in here that we're going to talk about right now. So for example, an agent can view all the properties that they have. Also too, they can create properties. Then from there, they can also have an edit property page. Then from there, they can see view all requests for showings. And then from there, they could also have for the admin section where they could have maybe something like this, show all agents, and also too, being able to ban all agents. Then from there, the admin can also go and create agents directly through the backend. So this view, this admin view that we are looking at right now, right, which could be something like this, or maybe it could change later on, but it's going to be something like this where, you know, for the agents and for the administrator, this is the view that they're going to see when they log in. Okay, the regular user is going to see a website like this or something like this, where they could have like an pop up on the side, like an icon that takes them to their accounts page, and they could see the listings that they have saved, right, or the requests that they have put in. But for the agent and for the admin, this is the type of view that they should be able to see. It's like a backend, right? So again, this is going to be a very cool project that we are going to be building. It's going to be a full stack application, right? Now, by us building this application in a scenario base, you're going to see the whole process of going in and creating this full stack application from the ground up. Okay, well, we already told you guys, you met up with Brian, you already have all of the features that you need, right? You already wrote down all of the different views that you got to create. Okay, so as far as that part is done, right? This is where we call the pre-planning or the prototyping of the application. Now we're gonna go in and deliver to Brian, you know, all of the things that we are going to be doing. Okay, and we're gonna go in and show you guys the process of, you know, what happens when Brian hits you up a week from now and he tells you, hey Joe, or hey little Billy, hey little Cindy, what's going on with my app? Is it done yet? And you could show them something, right? And we're gonna show you right now what are the first things that you need to focus on to not only get the MVP, right, but also to have something to show for to the client. So as this thing gets to be built, right, it will take time. But guess what? you need to know as a developer, as an entrepreneur, how to keep your clients, happy. Because a client can come in and hire you and you say, well, I'm working only on the admin sections, or I'm working on fixing, I don't know, the databases, or just working on the database structures and whatever it might be, right? And it's taking you a whole week and you haven't built anything. Guess what? The client wants to see something. So this is one of the things that we're going to focus on what should you focus on first, right? Because at the end of the day, you want to keep your client happy and also show them that there's progress on their application. All right. So again, I'm super excited to get you guys into this course. And yeah, man, I can't wait until I see you guys in there, man. Now, again, guys, this is probably one of the best projects that you will build as a developer, just because you will get to see the whole process of building a full stack application. And the way how we break it down, you can pretty much break down any other type of application that gets thrown at you. So again, it's a great learning experience and also to a great project for you guys to have on your portfolio. All right. This is not a little cookie cutter project. This is not a little bullshit to do app, a little JavaScript game, or a bullshit JavaScript calculator. Like, this is a real application that you're building for a client, and we're going to go through the whole process of building it to also deploying it and going through the whole process of like delivering it to the client. Okay, it's scenario based, right? This is what we do on CodingPhase.com. We give you a glimpse of what you're going to actually be doing as a developer, so when you come to the game, you know exactly what to do. You could hit the ground running. All right. Now, I also want to mention that this is going to be available for everybody, right? Gold members, diamond members, lifetime members, pretty much whichever one you are part of, right? You have access to it. So definitely go check it out on CodingPhase.com. I recommend starting with modern PHP first, and then from there, jumping into this course, which is the Laravel course. And again, don't focus on the fact that it's PHP or whatever or Laravel. Guys, take this thing out of your head, right? Web development is web development, right? There's a lot of job opportunities with PHP, and this is why we're focusing on PHP and Laravel. It's not because it's, I'm trying to push something on you, or why is Joe always trying to go left? Nah, it's not that I'm trying to go left. I'm trying to go and take you guys to the right path. The path that's going to get you into a job as a self-taught developer, and also to have skills that you can use to make money independently, right? Laravel is an amazing framework, and it really makes you super productive, where you as a one-man team can go in and build a full stack application like this, right, on your own. Okay, so again, that's why we're focusing on this project. But again, you guys can go to CodingPhase.com, sign up as a member. Every single membership gets access to this course. Also, for anybody that wants to buy just the course by itself, it's going to be there too. You could go on the website and you could click on, I want to buy the course. I don't want to sign up to a subscription. Cool. That's on you. But to be honest with you, you get more for your buck when you sign up for the subscription, because you're paying $20 and you get access to this course, the PHP course, and every other programming course that's on CodingPhase. Now, if you want to be part of, the Diamond membership, where you get the accountability meetings, where we could help you out as far as like getting a job, looking at your portfolio, making sure that you guys succeed, right? And every single week we are giving you attention to make sure that we figure out what's the best ways and the best strategies to get you into a job as soon as possible. Then yeah, I will definitely recommend for you being a Diamond member. But again, just with $20 right now, you could go in and take this whole course. So definitely come through, man. I'm super excited to build this with you guys. Every single day we're going to be dropping new videos into the course. So again, it's a great way for you guys to get started and build full stack applications. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna see you guys later. It's your boy Joe, back at it again, CodingPhase.com. Peace.